Chile. It must be Italian.
We're at a new comic book stop. And I just found Bob, the Joker's Cube. With Will.
I just found...
No.
Because it was Rick's. He handed it to me.
Don't get oil all over that shit.
Yours are oily.
So
there's Daredevil. There's that guy.
She-Hulk, Spider-Man, and a T-Rex. Why not?
Howard.
But this is the real price. It's $15. I could see them cheaper. There's that little blemish there. But,
Waka waka.
I don't have him.
Okay guys, so there's a ton of stuff to go through, so let's just dive right in. Okay, so I want to start off with all the anime that I've been picking up on the really cheap. It's really cool to see these on the racks for like $1 or $2, because normally if you go and buy these like at Best Buy, they're like $30-$40. It's insane. So seeing these on the shelf at a thrift store is absolutely amazing. Now the first one I got up here is called The Wind Rises by Studio Ghibli. Now I know a lot of people know Studio Ghibli. They've made tons of awesome anime out there. I've never actually seen this one. I don't know what year this one came out in either. 2014, so this is relatively new, which is why I haven't seen it. I haven't kept up anything with Studio Ghibli. Saw a lot of their earlier stuff, like it's one guy. It's a crazy old man, and he's the one that thinks up all this stuff. And he's done Spirited Away. There you go. That's one that you all know, Spirited Away. I don't know what this one entails. It says it's about Jiro dreams of flying designing a beautiful airplanes, inspired by the famous Italian aeronautical designer Caparani. Okay, it really looks like the Studio Ghibli's. Obviously, it's Studio Ghibli's animation. Looks really cool. Neat. I'm gonna have to give this a try, because nothing he makes is garbage. Okay, next up we have Vampire Hunter D, the special edition. Got this for like $1. I did watch this, and it's okay. It's pretty entertaining. I know a lot of people out there that there's a cult following for Vampire Hunter D. I know there's a lot of people that are interested in this series, but I just thought it was okay. It was nothing special. Actually, I kind of fell asleep during the middle of it. I had to rewind it and start it over from there. But other than that, I guess for $1, it's not that bad. So these two I picked up at the same time, and I got a steal for them. This one didn't have a sticker on it, but this one did, and I found them at the same time, so they just wound up giving them to me for the same price. And this one was $4, and this one they gave me. Because this one was $4, they gave this one to me for $4. And this one is called Kira Miki Project. It has the entire series, 1 through 5 episodes. I think this is an OVA, I'm not sure. Don't really know what this is about, but it looks cool because there's chicks on the beach in their swimming suits. And this one I also don't know what's about. It's called Space Pirate Mito. And it's the complete anthology. It has the complete collection of Space Pirate Mito plus Aoi and Mutsuki, a pair of queens complete collection. So there seems to be two series in here, and I just wanted to show you really quick how this shit is displayed. It looks really cool. Check that out. So it has 6 discs in here total, so I guess 3 series to a disc. And this one I don't know what the hell is about, so I'm not even gonna try and explain it. So I have to catch up on a lot of this stuff. It's just a lot of stuff going on, you know. I don't know what this was, an impulse buy. Don't really know why I bought it. It's The Gods Must Be Crazy on VHS. You guys know this movie. You have to know this movie. Okay, next up we have some coloring books I picked up at a garage or some kind of like community sale or something. Now I've shown the video game portion on a video game hunting video, but I don't think I ever showed the coloring books. So I'm going to show you guys the coloring books really quick. Check out this awesome Pokemon It says Tattoo Series. It's really cool. It's got a lot of cool little pictures inside here. It's got Squirtle. It's got a bunch of puzzles with Diglett, and we got some Weedle action going on. We got Lick Tongue. We got Mankey. This is a really neat book. Little coloring book. I got the whole lot. I got a whole bunch of things for like $5. It was all just $5. And here we have superheroes. And it has the Fantastic Four there on the cover with a couple of other people, a couple of other Avengers. We got Spider-Man and Thor down there at the bottom. And I couldn't leave this. I had to pick this up. Look at some of the cooler stuff in there. We got Thanos, Daredevil. Really cool illustrations here, man. Obviously, this is a activity book, so there's going to be puzzles in here. We've got Iron Man in here. Oh, we got some attempts at some coloring. That's really cool. And then lastly here, we've got the Turtles. We've got the Turtles going on. And it's really cool to see the little 99-cent sticker up here from Toys R Us. That's really neat. And this is from 1990. So these are the illustrations from obviously the 1988 animated series on television. So I had to pick this up. This got some great illustrations in there. Check out that Splinter. That looks really cool. So great animations, and they're not colored in. None of these are colored in, which is freaking great. There's some really cool non-colored in illustrations in here. So that was a really good pickup for $5. You couldn't beat all that. Video games, coloring books. I even got a couple movies in there. Okay, next up we have something called Quick Jump. It's a skunk from Hasbro Games. It's a board game of some sort. It reminded me of that hippo game. I can't remember the hippo name. I can't believe I forgot the name of the hippo game. It's very, very distinguishable game. Everybody knows about it. Hungry Hippo. God damn, I can't believe I forgot that. Well, here we have some type of board. I took this out in the video, but I didn't want to really play with it a lot there. It's some kind of some type of motorized skunk here that just goes around. I hope I didn't break it. I don't want to force that. But, I guess it's battery operated. Yep, it takes one huge D cell in the back. So I'm going to have to get that going. And in here is a little pouch with marbles. 14 marbles. No, 101 marble pouch bag. So that's really neat. It came with all that, so I figured, why not? It was only $1. And this, my friends, is from our past. What year is this? 1980. 1980. I was 1 year old when this game came out, so this was a little before my time. But it was good to see on the shelf nonetheless. So this was a really cool find, guys. I found this inside of a Goodwill bin. It was just sitting on the side there, and if you guys don't know, it's a Sony Walkman. It's sealed, and I picked it up for $4. You cannot beat that deal, guys. $4 for a sealed Sony Walkman. I mean, this shit came out. What year was this? I don't know what year this is. But I looked this shit up on eBay, and holy shit, guys, a sealed one of these, check out what it goes for. Freaking insane. It's model number WM/FX290. And it's sealed. You can look for yourself. If you don't believe me, look for yourself. These go for quite a bit of money. If you can find them sealed loose, they're about $10, $15 shipped. But if you find them sealed, whoo, Charlie, you got yourself a nice little chunk of change there. So this was a really cool find. It was just sitting up on the shelf. Couldn't believe how pristine this thing is. Now, I love collecting toys and puzzles and board games, everything old. And this is right up there with that. Anything that has a Toys R Us tag on it, oh, I go ape shit for it, because I love Toys R Us and these old school orange ass price tags. You cannot miss what store this came from. You see this orange tag, you know, boom, Toys R Us, right? So this retailed for $2 when it originally came out. I only paid $0.25 for it because they only charge $0.25 for these puzzles at that little local thrift store I go to, and it just so happens to be a really cool depiction of the Wizard of Oz. You got the beautiful Judy Garland there with the White Witch, and it's an awesome little, you got little pictures of the Munchkins back there, and then you got a good little shot of the red ruby slippers. And what's amazing about this puzzle is that it's completely sealed, guys. And the box is in mint condition. I can't even begin to explain to you guys how mint this box is. It's insane. So awesome, guys. Alright, next up, these two items are really, really cool. Me and Will stopped at a brand new, well, new to us because we hadn't been there before. It's Alamo City Comics on Highway 281 in San Antonio. And I was on my way to Dragon's Lair further down, but then when we saw that one on the side of the road, we're like, ooh, let's go check out that one. And I'm glad we did, because we found something that I've been looking for a very, very long time. And that happens to be Bob the Goon from the Batman series from 1989 movie. And it's from Toy Biz, and there was only 3 figures that came out for the Batman line: Bob the Goon, the Joker, and Batman. And now I've got all 3. And I've come across Bob the Goon in the past, but one couple things I wind up looking at before I purchase: the condition of the card, obviously the price, and the yellowing of the plastic. So when this one came up for $15, and I actually got it for cheaper because I paid cash, so I wound up getting everything I bought that day even cheaper. So this probably came out to like $10, which is right around what he cost. He's around $10 to $15. And I'm so glad to knock this one finally out of the collection. So this one was a really cool find. As I was talking to the store owner about some comic books that I was looking for, I snuck over to the side while Will stopped and talked to him. And I looked over on the floor, and lo and behold, what do I see? This Legend of Dragoon figure. Her name's Shanna, or Shauna, whatever you want to call her. And I'm not too familiar. I started this game and I didn't get very far. I got about 2 hours into the game, but I started it many, many moons ago, not anytime recent. And I can't really remember too much about the game. I remember the mechanics of it. I loved it. It was awesome. But it was right up my alley, the way I like playing these RPGs. But I never got too familiarized with the characters to remember. All I really recognized was the Legend of Dragoon. And to have a figure, and supposedly these came out like in Walmart or Target or some shit back in 2000. So for those of you who managed to pick up this shit, lucky you, man, because I see on eBay they're really hard to come by. So I'm gonna start. I don't know what I want to do with this. I might take it to retro and sell it, or I might just start collecting all of them. Who knows? So my friend Sammy messages me one Saturday morning or Friday morning. He's like, hey, I got something for you. You need to come pick it up right away. So I was like, I don't know what it is, but I'm there. So when I get to his house, lo and behold, check out, he gave me all the remakes from the ones that Toys R Us came out with a couple years ago. And if you don't know Sammy, Sammy's very awesome dude. Sammy's a very awesome dude, but he's no stranger to the channel because I've had him on before in some video game hunting videos, and he's also the one that hooked it up with that awesome glass cabinet that I have displaying some of my better items, which is all thanks to Sammy. Sammy, you rock, buddy. And he just didn't have no more room for these because he's trying to make a nice little, I mean, his house is just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So he's just trying to make room for other things that he likes, and he just didn't have no more room for these. So he gave these to me, and he gave me Donatello. That's pretty cool. Awesome. I love the cards are in mint condition. These are in better conditions than the ones I have. This one is Leonardo. You got Michelangelo. And you got Raphael, my absolute favorite, guys. And like I said before, he goes for condition as well, so he picks out the best ones in the lots. And I'm so glad he did, because these are an awesome, awesome addition to my collection. Mines aren't as good as collection as these. Like, I just had to pick whichever ones that were on the shelf. They weren't in the best. They are in good condition, but they're not Sammy's condition. So what I'm going to wind up doing is keeping Sammy's and probably getting rid of mine at Retropalooza. So it'll probably go cheap. It'll probably be good because I've already got a replacement for my collection through Sammy. So look out for that at Retro. So I love my best friend Will. He's absolutely amazing. We spent so much time together playing Let's Plays. And when he came over the last time he came to do a Let's Play, he brought me this awesome item along with some other cool stuff. So first off, he brought to me this awesome Leonardo figure. That's the original comic books TMNT figure. That's how they were drawn, just like this, with the red bandana. They weren't distinguishable at first in the comics because they were black and white, obviously. And then for the animated series, they had to change their color of their bandanas to distinguish them better as their own character in the animated series. So they took away all the red bandanas. This one just so happens to come with a limited edition #1 issue in this series from IDW comic book. So I'm never going to open this. This is always going to be treasured. Thank you so much, Will. This rocks. And he also hooked it up with some other Funko Pops, so check these out. So Will comes by with this awesome bag of goodies, and in that bag of goodies just happened to be a Thanos. So from Funko Pops, this one came from Dragon's Lair in Austin, and I am absolutely ecstatic over having Thanos. I'm a Thanos freak. I collect tons of his comic books. I love Thanos. He kicks Darkseid's ass all day long, and I'm just so glad to have this one. It's the bigger figure, obviously, so it's really cool to have this one. I have him up displayed in my. I had to get him down out of my glass case because this is so show worthy. I love this Funko Pop. Okay, so he showed up along with the Thanos. He brought me some ET Pops. We got Gertie and Elliott, which is two of the main stars, and Elliott happens to be holding Reese's Pieces in his hand. That's awesome. And Gertie's holding her little flower pot. And these are the two main characters, aside from obviously E.T., for E.T. So, and there's only 3 of them. There's 130, 131, 132, which they're all here because I've got right here is E.T. So he looks really cool. Oh man, he's doing his little phone home, pointing up at the stars. So cool! Man, damn, Will, you rock. Hooked it up with all 3 of these pop figures. So awesome of him to do. Didn't have to, but he did, because he knows I love Funko Pops. He knows I love classic movies. And he knows I love Thanos and Marvel characters and all that goody stuff. And the TMNT. He knows me very well. So, keep rocking, Will. Okay, so now lastly, we have these last 2 Funko Pops here. My friend Austin comes home from work. He came by and he visited me after he got off of work, and he told me about all these cool deals he's got going on at his job at HEB, and he told me about this 20% coupon off they had on all video games. Plus, he has a discount card for working there, so that gives him an extra 20% off. So for him, it was 40% off video games. So we walk into the store, we go over to the electronics department, we purchase the PlayStation 4 version of the remake of Resident Evil 4, which is the only reason why I wanted to go, because it's a $20 game, but I wound up picking it up for $13. But the one thing that I really came out good from that whole experience were these 2 Funko Pops. We got Han Solo and Captain Phantasm, and they were on clearance. It was so cool. I can't believe Austin hid that shit from me for so long. I didn't know they were $250. If I would have known if they were $250, I would have gotten way more other ones. And he told me there were other ones, that these were the only ones left. So that's pretty much all I got wound up with. But if I had to be left with two, I'm glad these two were the last two that were left for $250, you know? So that was a cool deal. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my entire haul. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff. I've actually got more stuff coming on the way, so just keep out on the lookout for that. But for this month, this is all the stuff that I've been picking up over the last few weeks. It's been one amazing haul, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Okchief. Peace out, y'all.